started. There we go. And cool. I actually finally realized that I don't have to stream the whole, screen. Only took me, 6 months in quarantine. Um, but anyway, welcome to another week of Doctors and Dungeon Masters. I'm Casey James, PhD candidate at UWM, and I am the Dungeon Master. Oop, Leia, you're muted.
Hi, I'm Leila Zeller, PhD candidate in anthropology, and I play Ash, the fighter bard.
Eric?
I'm Eric Kirsting. I'm a PhD candidate at UW Milwaukee, and I play Nor.
I'm Andrew Lenahan. I am neither a PhD candidate nor DM, but I am playing Shimmer.
Amazing.
But still a super valued guest.
Yup.
Thanks.
And before we get to recap, I just want us to go through our Milwaukee land acknowledgement. We acknowledge that in Milwaukee we live and work on traditional Potawatomi, Ho-Chunk, and Menominee homelands along the southwest shores of Michigami, part of North America's largest system of freshwater lakes, where the Milwaukee, Menominee, and Kinnickinnic rivers meet, and the people of Wisconsin's sovereign Anishinaabe, Ho-Chunk, Menominee, Oneida, and Mohican nations remain present. And with that, what did we do last week?
We played D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we met Shimmer, which was a joy.
Yes.
A true joy in the soul. Really, I really loved her crab, a lot. And we took a boat, and we went down in the water, and then Nor did some insane magic shit and changed all the water to fresh water, and everyone was like super mad about it. So then we had to change it back to salt water, but like it was a little bit different, which will probably still kill some things, but like whatever, it's fine. And that allows Nor to like change the environment and stuff as we're walking through the dungeon. So that was interesting. And then we met some statues, and we guessed 4 times. Well, we guessed 3 times, and then there was only one option left. So the last one was the correct answer. And then we went through some doors, and then we found, we said friends and entered. And then, which is actually a different puzzle, but essentially that's what it amounted to, Mind Moria stuff. And then we're somewhere else now, and I don't actually remember anything after that, so someone else needs to pick it up.
We went in and we fought a big Hydra.
Right. Yes. Yeah, like most of that session. Right.
And we totally forgot the shutdown password.
We
Yeah,
100%
I gave you the
forgot the
password
shutdown
too.
password.
And you're
Look,
like,
I didn't think it would work on a Hydra like that. I didn't know it was for everything. You just fucking to help things to sleep. Ash doesn't really understand how magic works. He's a fucking bard. He sings and shit happens. Like he doesn't like he understands none of that shit.
I gave you the
That's
cheat
all
code.
for the wizard. It's all for the wizard. The wizard understands these things.
Yeah,
Well,
you did such a good job fighting it.
We did. It was fine.
Yep. So we ended this session with you murking the Hydra, and its huge body collapses, but then slowly kind of morphs back up. Now don't get scared. It kind of just like sort of reshapes and turns back
I'm scared.
into stone, motionless, and not bothering you. You look around the room, and it is mostly empty, but there is this sort of magically preserved tapestry of this legendary battle on the north wall. And it's actually held up by 4 beautiful ornate daggers. And you see, let me just go back to the map. This seems to be like a corner room, there's no other entrance besides the hallway from which you entered and the door.
So this is like a dead end?
Oh, right. Hold on. Oh, we have a map. I can see it.
I
This
mean,
is
like, there's
3,
the
right?
zipper.
Yeah.
How
you
the
went
heck
through
did
it.
how the heck did 3 even hold a Hydra? Sorry,
I mean,
Jim.
that's the dungeon map, the overall map. You know, I can't.
It's not a 5x5 map.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What I need to do is just send you my maps so that you have maps that are to scale.
I have maps to scale, just not dungeon maps to scale. And this was like, I needed.
It's okay. It's okay. Eric needed to know that because Eric got confused for a second looking at the map. I
Mhm.
apologize.
The entire
Um,
room was just Hydra.
God.
Okay, so do we know about that hidden passage that I see on there?
What hidden
I'm-
passage?
The one to the right of A, where that's green.
No, that's the corridor that you came in.
Then what's the red thing?
That's the door that. So Nor went through the door. Shimmer went through the archway.
Yeah, don't go through the archway. It hurt my brain.
Okay. Well, there's got to be something in here, right? Let's like take a look around, eh?
Yeah.
This tapestry is pretty.
I'll look around for I don't see any like obvious like chest full of stuff.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I examine? I'm thinking there's this big Hydra in here. This is a special painting. I'm gonna look at the painting and I'm gonna try to discern if there's maybe some sort of hidden code in the painting, or maybe you interact with the painting in a certain way and it reveals itself. Sorry, I'm getting my dice straight and dice out. Like, can I do
Oh, yeah, I
that?
should probably do that though.
What kind of check is this, DM?
Give me an investigation check.
All right. That's cocked. 25.
Jesus. Yeah, so you look over the tapestry, and it just seems to be there doesn't seem to be some sort of hidden clue in there. It's telling a story of a battle. And then you run your hand along the cloth, kind of pressing against it, and then kind of in the middle you feel a ridge. And you imagine that this tapestry is covering something. So, with the help of your companions, you pull
Hey
out.
guys, come help me pull this painting off of the wall.
So it's not a painting. It's like a woven tapestry.
Oh yeah, the tapestry.
Yeah.
I think there might be something behind this.
All right. That's a different character. Okay. Sorry.
I've done that.
Wow.
Knowing this place though, maybe I'll just make sure that there's nothing insidious on the other side. Can I check for traps?
You can, but you'll have to do it after the tapestry's removed. So I was just.
Oh,
trying to
I was
get it.
thinking the tapestry moving might cause arrows to fly out and shoot at you, Indiana Jones style.
Yeah. I, the DM, am giving you the safety and just kind
Okay.
of pulling that down.
All right. All right, we pull it off. What do we find?
Yep. So you find a small square in the what's it called? The wall, and a little turny knobby, almost like
Like
a
a-
safe.
Like a safe. Okay. I'm gonna try. Is my character familiar with safes and how they work?
Yes, definitely.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my ear up against and just try to do a quick dial turn and see if it works the way that I would expect it to. And maybe if I'm lucky, I might accidentally open it up.
Sure.
What's the check you would like me to make?
Give me a perception check.
Let me guide you.
All right, sounds good. My perception is, I believe, +1, so this is gonna go great. 9.
Was
Oh, it's
that
plus
with
2. That's a 10.
it? And
11. That's an 11, sorry.
Okay. And did you do the guidance?
I did. I got a 1
Okay.
on the guidance.
I mean, you are able to. You hear it kind of turning. It's functional.
Okay.
You hear a soft, like, buzzing or humming as you turn it.
Were there any numbers on the tapestry?
There were not.
Okay.
So, sorry.
Ash, secret safes? This is kind of your business. You got any ideas? Surely you have your own secret safe somewhere.
Sure, but I know the combination to that secret safe.
But you know the mindset of someone who would have a secret safe. Where would you put the
Wait.
code?
You don't have a secret safe?
Honey, I'm from the slums.
Yeah, but he just looks at you and looks at Shimmer and looks at you, very obviously deciding not to say something, and then we'll look at this thing. All right, sorry. I'm sorry. Can you tell me what this looks like again?
Yeah, it is a like 3x3 square in the wall with a hinge and a little twisty combination. Nor heard a faint buzzing noise or a humming noise.
That's
rather.
not great. Okay.
But I'm going to say that, like, she was just, kind of turning it. She wasn't necessarily trying to trick it. So just, if there is a trap, it's not tripped by merely turning the lock.
Okay. And what is in D&D 5e, because I've never done this before, what is like putting your safe and hearing the click? What roll would I make?
That would be perception, but it'd be very high. Like, it's very hard, like, to just, like, listen in and go like, oh, there's the click. That's one of them.
I don't know. He's like seen rogues do this. He'll try it.
How hard can it be?
How hard can it? If Franz can do it, how hard can it be?
Franz has reliable talent and a stupid fucking
Look,
modifier.
that doesn't. Okay, Leia knows the
Yeah.
mechanics behind all of that. Ash
Yeah.
says if Franz can
Yeah,
do
true.
it, it can't be that hard.
Here,
That doesn't mean he's gonna be able to do this, or that it's gonna work,
Yeah.
or that Leia thinks that it's going to happen. But Ash is 100% convinced that he can do it.
So,
Here, let me guide you as well. Boop.
give me
Oh,
a perception
that give me-
check.
Does that give
A
me an extra
D4.
+4? Okay, cool.
A
D4.
And yeah. That's what I actually in my head I picked up a D in my hand I picked up a D4, and what I said was a +4. Whatever, it's fine. I can give myself bardic inspiration, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna do that
Yeah.
too.
Just stomp this up. Stomp this check. You already have good perception if I recall.
What he says is, if Franz could do it, it can't be that hard. And that is his bardic inspiration. Oh, okay.
I'm inspired.
Okay, well, let's see. That's gonna be.
Can I aid? DM,
How?
can I aid?
How can you?
I don't know the result of the roll yet. I just want to know. I am very good investigator.
She's holding her breath so as not to make a sound.
I mean, you all are underwater, so like you're already at sort of like a.
Fair.
Hold on. Let me just think for just a second.
If
You
you-
said how, and I'm
Yes.
trying to think of.
Okay.
I will use Mirage Arcane
Mm-hmm.
to make a silent steel box around Ash as like so that like it's like no outside sounds can get in. Like I'll pad it with like soundproofing stuff. Like I'll make so that way when Ash is like turning the thing, the only thing they're hearing click 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 is the clicks, right?
Okay.
How's that for advantage?
I will give yes. That is worth the advantage.
Ash is actually, this is for a moment. Ash has to take a breath because small dark spaces, but it's fine. He could do this.
I'll cast light on the inside so that way it's not, at least it's not dark. It is still small.
Okay. So DM, do you want me to re-roll or just roll another dice?
Roll another dice.
Okay. So in that case, thank you very much for the help. The flavor was amazing. However, the first roll was a 13 and the second one was a 2. So,
Oof.
but all together, with all of the things, he did get a 30. So,
I want you to break down the math. So you rolled a 13.
okay, so I rolled a 13. I then Bardic Inspiration was a 5 because of Samurai. Maybe it's Samurai, maybe it's Eloquence. I can't remember which one it is. I have a plus D4 already to Perception. Then I got a Perception Guidance. So on that, it was a 13, 5, 2, 1. My Perception is a 9. So 13 plus 3 is 16, plus 5 is 21, plus 9 is 30.
We are very good at helping each other.
Good fucking lord.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
So that is how that 30 occurred. Yeah.
We're level 13.
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know.
it makes
Yeah,
sense, but it's just still funny to hear that.
The DC
higher.
was 31, so
No. Oh no, that was.
No, that's Pathfinder, not D&D.
Man, I felt so bad the other day because
I'm still
a character-
salty about the guidance thing. Like, not that I'm salty about your thing, but in my head I was like, I should remind her to say that she guides herself, and then I didn't.
Yeah, so what happened is a character rolled a nat. I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna get crucified by every player who ever lived. But anyways, okay, so a player in our campaign was trying to do a very impressive athletic feat. I had them roll an athletics check. They rolled a nat 20, which got them to a 24. I had set the DC to 25 in my head. They're a cleric. They could have guided themselves. They didn't. They remembered after they announced the roll. I said they couldn't add the guidance to it. Now, you know, some people are going to say I'm the worst human being who ever existed. I understand that. But now they're all going to die
know,
as a
I was
result
like,
of
now
this.
Look, here's the thing. Every DM has different rules, and a lot of DMs do not use the nat 20 on skill checks, which I understand. I get that. I really love the flavor of nat 1s on everything, and therefore I feel like I need to also allow for that nat 20 at my table.
Yeah.
And so, like, for me, you are correct, that's blasphemy, but it is your table. And so do what you want.
Yeah,
Because
and
there's a DM for every player and a player for every DM. And that's how
as
that
the
is.
player, I'm not upset by your ruling. I'm
Uh-huh.
upset
I don't think
because
anyone
knew,
was.
Yeah, I
No.
knew that she could have, and I wanted to interrupt, but I didn't want a metagame, so I stayed quiet. And I was like, I should have just fucking said something. But anyway.
So there's positive metagaming and there's negative metagaming. We usually talk about metagaming as really like a bad thing, and that's not actually true because there's a lot of positive metagaming that occurs at the table that we just don't call anything because we don't want to because a lot of people just don't consciously think about that as metagaming when in fact it is. It's just really good positive metagaming that helps everybody have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Always do that kind of shit.
I think this is worth it. We'll put a pin in it, and
Yeah.
we'll do it. We'll continue this discussion at the end.
there.
At the end, are we gonna go over our normal time? I'm just curious.
Leia has to leave at 4 sharp, so we'll see how the
Okay.
conversation goes, whether or not we all end at 4, or if
Okay.
Leia drops.
Yeah, I mean, I y'all can keep on talking, and I can just deuce.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I got work to do, so I don't mind. But let's go ahead. What do we find?
Yeah, so Patch says, Franz can do this. I can too. And maybe not that quick. It probably takes a good 5 or 10 minutes, which is still a really fucking quick time for those. Can you imagine trying to break into the middle school lockers, just
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
There'd be no way. They're
So
like literally.
yeah. But Ash, you are able to open it up safely, mind you. And inside, do you have? Oh no, there's light in there. You
I'll
see.
when I hear it. Do I hear it open? I guess I made a soundproof thing.
You do,
So
yeah. You do not hear it. But you see several gems, kind of piled, inside, as well as a large, sort of sphere that's embedded into, like just something holding it, and you kind of like look, past down a little bit more, and you could see, that it is some sort of rod. So this like, this little like box, it's, actually like deeper into the wall than you would have expected at first. Do you pull it all out?
I was muted. Yep.
Give me it. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to do any saves for that. So
I figured I would have to, so
no, I mean not everything. I really I love cursed items, but not here, because there's no need for them to be cursed in this context. So, you pull out 900 silver pieces, a black pearl that is worth 600 gold pieces, a piece of obsidian that is worth 10 gold pieces, a crystal worth 50 gold, and one second, I'm gonna pull out a picture of what this rod looks like. You don't know what the rod is, but it definitely looks metal as fuck.
like,
Like that.
okay.
I put it in DDM's chat.
Oh, DDMs. Oh, I was thinking I threw up the metal fingers.
Yup, no, but
Okay.
it
Oh.
also looks.
would you be willing to copy and paste that list into the DDM's chat too,
I- yeah.
Casey?
Yeah.
Cool. I love you.
That is metal as fuck.
It's literally it's made out of metal. I don't know. Does it shoot cacti?
Mm.
Cause that kind of it looks like what it's supposed to do.
But yeah. Do you spend time trying to figure out what it is, or are we gonna go to the next
I got that.
room?
Identify.
Do you ritually cast it, or?
I would, but I don't even know if is Ash even back yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
I like knock on your thing to get out of it or what. I don't even. I'm like flail my arms or something. I don't know. I signal to you that this thing needs to go away now.
Ha.
You're like getting a bad vibe from it. Is that what you're trying to say?
No,
No,
no, no. The box. What? Wait, hold on. What do you mean? Am I back yet?
You remember you were in the soundproof box when the door opened.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Is Ash like signals to you to get rid of the
Okay.
fucking box?
Oh yeah. Okay. I thought you were okay. So I will go ahead and I will cast Identify on the staff.
All right. You
I have to ritually cast it, by the way. I don't know the
Okay.
spell normal.
Got it. So you wait. How do you not know that? What do you mean by not know the spell normal?
You have to prepare a spell
Okay.
to cast it as a not ritual, and I
Okay,
do not
so
have Identify prepared,
that.
so I can only cast it as a ritual.
You've
Okay,
got time.
I thought that, but you said like you don't know it. It's like, how can you ritually cast if it's not in your book? But no, that makes sense. So you identify it as a rod of lordly strength or might, whatever it is. Rod of lordly might.
Ooh.
It is a legendary item that requires attunement. It has 6 buttons. If you press the first one, it becomes a flame tongue. If you press button 2, it creates 2 crescent-shaped blades, transforming the rod into a magic battle axe. If you press button 3, it becomes a spear instead. And let's see. Button 4 transforms it into a climbing pole up to 50 feet long. and what's it called? In surfaces as hard as granite, a spike at the bottom and 3 hooks at the top. Anchor, I don't know why they said in that bit, but it can hold up to 4,000 pounds in this form. Button 5 transforms it into a battering ram, and it grants the user a +10 bonus to strength checks made to break through doors, barricades, and other barriers. If you press button 6, the rod assumes or remains in its normal form and indicates the magnetic north. It also gives you knowledge of approximate depth beneath the ground and your height above it. In all of the weapon forms, it grants a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls. It also has the features of Drain Life. When you hit a creature with a melee attack using the rod, you can force the target to make a DC 17 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, the target takes an extra 46 necrotic damage, and you regain a number of hit points equal to half of that. It can't be used that way until the next dawn. Paralyze. When you hit a creature with a melee attack using the rod, you can force it to make a DC 17 strength throw. Otherwise, it is paralyzed for 1 minute. It can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns. This could only be used once per day. And then lastly, its last once per day thing. Terrify. While holding the rod, you can use an action to force each creature you can see within 30 feet of you to make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw. On a failure, it is frightened of you for 1 minute and can repeat its saves at the ends of its turns.
And this is ours.
I mean, you found it.
Okay, I remember there were rules for what we find and down here, what's ours and what's not ours. Basically.
Oh no, Joe said you can you get paid whatever you agree to get paid, and and whatever you find down here.
So you, Ash, I'm gonna now do this in character much more quickly. Ash,
Mm-hmm.
I know you like that talking sort of yours.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm actually gonna swim over and whisper into your ear. This
Okay.
is way better. Not even close. Not even close. And you telekinetically, telepathically, I'll say, just something not every. Don't worry, not keeping you out. Keeping someone else out. And then I will just say, you can press these buttons. It becomes whatever you want it to be as a weapon, and you can just you can suck life from things, you can paralyze things, you can terrify things. It has got Ash written all over it.
Well, look, this is what I've got to. God damn it, that's the other character. Wow. I don't know why I keep slipping in to character that's really not Ash. Wow. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Well, that's why I have 2 hands, Nor.
This is the most valuable thing we have ever found.
Well, dual wielding.
This is as powerful. And I hold up my ring. I don't even remember what this does. And I'm gonna hand it to Ash.
All right, yeah. I don't know. He'll play.
I'm actually gonna put it on. I'm gonna like knight you. I bequeath this rod of lordly might to you, Ash. It's like a mace. It's like a mace rod.
Incredible.
You guys are funny.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride.
I'm gonna go look at what my ring does. 'Cause I have just.
Yeah.
I definitely haven't been using it. That is what I know. I haven't been using it.
Yep. While this happens, Kara can speak, right? She has an intelligence.
Oh yeah, she's awakened.
Yeah.
She's woke.
So, do you want me to be her right now? Like, did you feel like that was a DM character or like a you character?
Yeah, you can be Kara.
Sounds good. So, while they are this is going back to sort of when the iron box is around Ash's head so that he can listen in. Kara will scuttle up onto Shimmer's shoulder and go, "That's an ugly hat."
I know, right?
It's garish.
Like you could at least put like some like sparkles on it. Like
I think that would be fantastic. I thought he was a man of, class and fashion, but clearly if he's wearing that.
I mean, we can't completely hold it against him. Not everyone has your keen fashion sense.
And she will look over to Nor and go, "Can you make it look better?" A crab.
Oh, the metal box.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's a fashion
I'm gonna-
nightmare.
I'm gonna adjust my glasses Nor doesn't wear. This is the first time Kara's talked to me.
Yes.
Okay, this is a new day, new things. I've talked to talking oozes, so this isn't too surprising. What do you want the metal box to be a little prettier? Is that it? I will spin my hand and I will make the effigy of a crab made of rubies on all four sides of the large metal box.
That is better. What do you think, Shimmer?
I mean, it's a start.
It's a start.
Yeah.
Can you finish it?
And like she'll get like some like seashells out of her pocket and just kind of like stick them on the side in like kind of like a nautilus shell pattern.
Oh, you don't want to do that. You don't want to mix the real with the not real.
Oh, what will it explode?
No, it's just when I drop this box in a minute, your shells are just gonna fall to the floor.
Oh.
And it's around that time where Nor drops it. And Ash comes out with the rod, and Nor identifies.
All right, so if this is here, and man, what else could be here? Oh boy,
See,
This
this
is-
place is awesome.
this is like a historical gift shop.
Yup.
So let's keep exploring.
Yup. So far, you came in through the
Short
Oh.
rest.
You're short resting here?
That way, Ash can attune, and I can get back some of my, I don't know, HP. You know,
I
that
forgot
important
about that.
thing. That
Yeah, so just to give you a recap of where you've been so far, you came from the W-shaped hallway with the little black bit, like the half transparent.
Yep, I remember. Yeah, to the right. Not all the way to the right, but to the right of one. And then we went into one, which was like this nice thing,
Yeah.
and then we
Right.
went into three. So we still need to go. So from one, there's still three doors we haven't seen: top, left, and down. Correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Is the bottom one in one an open archway?
I believe so. I think it was, and you just chose not to do it, which is totally fine. I just want to double check the south.
So-
Yep, an archway.
Do we get a short rest in as we kind of sit in three and take a breather? All right.
Yep.
So Ash can attune to that. I'm gonna go ahead and roll some hit die. So I need to get 40.
Same.
So
What's
that's
that?
9, 4, that's 13, plus 7 is 20, exactly. 20 on 3, 27 on 4, 30, 33 on 5, 39, and this will top me off. Okay, so 6 hit dice top me off. All right.
Sounds good. Leia, do you have the link for the Rod of Resurrection? Not the Rod of Resurrection. Sorry, I was looking at the.
It's in the
wrong rod.
DDM's chat.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
Rod of
yeah.
Rod of
Resurrection.
Lordly
No, sorry.
Might.
I was about to say yes, and then you said Rod of Resurrection. I was like, no,
I
what's
have,
that?
No, sorry.
Did we get two things? Did I mess it up?
No. I have a list of different rods in front of me, where I pulled up the stats for the Rod of Lordly Might.
Ash,
Sorry.
Ash,
Hmm.
Please promise me you'll never try to paralyze me with that.
Why?
The paralyze is a DC 17 strength saving throw. I
So you're
have
saying
a.
good.
You could easily paralyze me for a minute with that. I'd have to roll a 16, which I mean is not impossible, but you can really paralyze. That paralyzes brutal.
Yeah.
DC 17 strength is tough. The drain life is really good because you do 46, then you heal half of that amount too, which is pretty good.
Hmm.
But it only works on the failure, and it's a con save, so that one's not as useful. But the flame tongue is really, really good because it's a +3 flame tongue
Hmm.
when you use
Mm.
it, and the flame tongue does an extra 2d6 fire damage. So, like, it's a mace, so it only has a 1d6 as its base damage, right?
It's a rod.
Oh
Like
yeah,
a
yeah.
quarterstaff.
Well, it says on the thing magic mace that grants +3, but then it says here that it becomes a flame tongue as a fiery
Got
blade,
it.
but a flame tongue is any sword, so it could be any sword you want as a flame tongue, right?
Yeah.
Is that, am I reading that right?
So
Okay.
Ash just has all the morphing weapons.
Yeah.
He's fine with that.
Oh, does the flame tongue have a +3? I guess it's up to DM interpretation.
No, because okay, so if you press button 1, the rod becomes a flame tongue as a fiery blade sprouts from the end opposite of the rod's flanged
Yeah, but
head. Okay.
Flanged.
I would still give
Flanged.
a +3. I
Okay.
think that when it's a legendary item.
Sure, but okay, so
Yeah.
the battle axe is a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. I assume that it doesn't stack with its base +3, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
That's why I was
Plus
confused.
3, the rod's head falls
Yeah,
down.
I'm totally fine with your ruling that the flame tongue is a +3. I think that makes sense.
That's
I think
very
that
different.
raw. I think that's not intended, but I'm totally fine with keeping
Yeah.
it that way because it is a legendary item.
Yeah.
So yeah, buttons 4, 5, and 6 are all role play, and then 1, 2, and 3 are all like combat. So that's a good way to think about it. And then you have 3 once a day abilities that you can do with it.
Mhm.
It's basically like you have a wizard for a weapon. All right.
Well, that's because you have a
So-
wizard for control already.
Shimmer? Which way are we
Yeah.
going?
Do we want to go down that door right below the door we just went in?
Guys, I don't know if Ash is gonna be willing to use this forever.
The rod?
Yeah, necrotic damage is not his gag. His gig.
I just
Gag.
don't use that part.
Yeah, it only does necrotic damage once a day if you choose.
Okay. This is really. He's literally gonna dual wield 2 legendary weapons. Like, what the fuck?
Yup.
Like, you are not helping his ego. Like, literally, Tomas is gonna be mad because he's gonna come home and be like, "Yeah, I'm hot shit. I could just do everyone's job. I did Franz's job." We don't even. Like...
I mean, but when he's not sassing you, he's definitely gassing you up, and he's like, "Well, I knew that."
Yeah, but Ash doesn't
He
need any
didn't
more
need-
ego. He's
He
got
didn't need the
so
swords to
much
tell
ego.
me. Yup. But yeah, so Shimmer directs you to the hallway to the west. I'm not hearing any objections. So you go to push through the door, but it is sturdy and appears to be locked.
Well, this could be a time to test your new rod.
It could be.
Press button 5, a battering ram that gives a +10 bonus to strength checks made to break doors, barricades, and other barriers. if you want to hit another 30 today.
Does Ash want to do that?
Sorry. People contacting me. We're breaking down a door. Is that what's going on?
If we want, it's a locked door. We could try to break it. We could also try to pick it. We could also, yeah. I
I mean, I'm
can't.
down to try the rod. I'm
All right,
with it.
let's try out the rod.
So
This I should me or Shimmer should be able to assist, right? Like holding the other side of the ram and hitting, right?
Sure.
That sounds reasonable. So who's the strongest person here? I am not. I'm a +0.
I'm pretty strong.
What's pretty strong compared to Ash?
A 17.
holy shit.
So I'm gonna step back. I'm gonna make a chair appear out of nothing, and I'm gonna sit down, cross my legs, it's swimming, and I'm just going to, put my hands over each other, and I'm just gonna watch these two burly figures, Shimmer and Ash, break down this door.
Nice.
All right. So what does that give me, DM?
You roll with
to-
advantage. Shimmer
Alright.
kind of helps.
And here,
heft
let
up
me
the
guide you
netting.
as well.
Oh, okay.
Might as well throw a bardic inspiration in. Let's just see how high we can get this to go.
Okay.
This door evaporates.
So
Amazing.
strength.
I rolled max on both the bardic inspiration and the guidance. 17 on the die. So that's another 30.
Did you add
No,
the plus 10?
40.
Yeah, because you get the +10 from the.
No, I know.
Yeah, it
So
just feels like
Yeah,
having
40.
to tap it.
That's 40. That's literally it's 40. Sorry, I don't think I've ever rolled a 40 in a D&D 5e campaign before.
Jesus
So,
fucking
I-
Christ.
That's
I'm
a
taking
yeah,
the
that's
rod
a that's
back
a
now. No. I'm
40. This is
It-
your fault. You did this.
You gave
No,
us the
I-
rod.
You are
I'm
allowing
joking.
him to dual wield legendary items. Like, all you, man.
It's alright. So effortlessly, Shimmer kind of helps guide it. You kind of lean it back and boop, and it's just the slightest, quietest little bump, and the door falls over. And you see a hallway in front of you that immediately turns south.
All right, let's go south.
Is Ash leading still?
I'll take the rear.
Yeah, I'm still leading you.
All right.
I mean, particularly now. I guess I will press the other button and and make a flame tongue long
Sounds
sword.
Just making
Also,
steam.
our very good friend Giles is now gonna be like, it's the blade is gonna look red hot, so I've got some fire shit going on.
Nice.
Even though it's not red hot, noting, but
Yeah.
it's gonna look red hot.
Absolutely. And Giles will go, "Ooh, I do appreciate the matching."
Yes, well, if I'm gonna wield both of you, best both be aesthetically pleasing.
I still bite harder.
Yeah, I mean, Giles is still in his dominant hand.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
yep. So you walk down the hallway. Sorry, I'm pulling up the notes again. You hear a sort of humming sound again, as if like, give me an Arcana check, all of you, as you walk through. I'm kind of fast tracking this.
That will be
11.
that will be a 25.
Yeah. So Shimmer and Ash are like, I'm not sure how I feel about this humming.
CBs.
Nor you you know that this is just sort of like, it's like being in a generator, in a way. This is just like the arcane magic energy that's keeping this place somewhat preserved. There's certain things that have long since disintegrated, but the structure itself is well maintained. And you can tell that this magical energy is not traps everywhere, it's just what this place needs to keep going. But Ash, you come to a sort of fork in the road. Do you choose to go forward into what we see as hallway I, or do you feel, do you want to go south? You have the map. It marks both as red zones.
You're muted, I think.
Yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, let's go to I because we want to go to 2.
Sounds good. Tell me how you go.
With competence and forthrightness.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk.
All
I'm
right.
I'm just walking.
Ash, you get about halfway down the hallway. Can I assume that people are following him if he is walking confidently? Or
Mhm.
I mean, he will
Mhm.
let everyone know that this is gonna be not great. Like, there's shit here, but
I'm,
so you could
I'm
do what
keeping
you would
an eye
like.
on.
Keeping an eye on it. Put up.
Alright. So as you walk through, Ash steps on a plate, and it goes down, and immediately across the entire hallway, these nets come shooting out of one side of the wall into you. I need 1 second.
Who is you? All of us or
All
Ash?
all of you.
Okay.
I need 1 second. Oh no, it's just an auto grapple. Oh no, wait, here, it's an attack roll. That's weird that a trap has an attack.
Attack roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is a 27 for Ash.
Oh yeah, it hits.
A math is hard. A 24 for Shimmer,
Yes.
and an 18 for Nor.
Shield.
So
By the way, I didn't announce this, but on my I took back 2 first and the second level spell slot with my arcane recovery.
sounds good. So Ash and Shimmer are engulfed in this net, while Nor is able to sort of, at the very last moment,
And it just hits
Pop up.
the physical shield.
yes. We're gonna go by turns. We're gonna go.
Roll for initiative.
Let's roll for initiative. Yeah, let's do initiative for this, but it's mostly y'all working against
13.
the nets.
24.
Okay.
16.
Okay, Ash, Shimmer, then Nor. Ash, you realize that this net that it now has you engulfed has these little barbs in it, and you take 6 poison damage, as it kind of bites into your skin. What do you do?
Man, I was muted again. I'm gonna cut through it with this fiery magical blade.
Sounds good.
How do I roll an
give
attack
me-
roll for that, or what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, and I'm sorry, give me a Constitution save as well.
Oh yeah, I could do that.
Yeah, that'll be before anything.
19.
Okay, you're fine. I mean, fine.
All right, attacks. All right. So yeah, first attack is a. Does this count as a large creature or no?
No, it is
Okay.
that's like a thing.
I figure not, but I thought I'd ask. That's gonna be 26. No, 30. 30.
Mm-hmm. And then
30.
you get multiple attacks.
Oh, you want all of them? Yeah, okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm doing different maths in my head. 30, 25, 23.
Okay, all 3 hit. Do bear in mind that fire damage is halved underwater.
Yeah. Okay. That is fine. Oh wait, no. I... $46.
All right, so Ash carves in 1, 2, 3, and is able to get most of the webbing out of the way, but he is still covered with the net. But it is on its last legs with that. Next up is Shimmer.
How big are like the spaces in between like the in the netting?
It's like inches, like an inch each.
Can
Oh
I?
wait, oh,
You,
1 sec, sorry. You first take 3 poison damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw.
I am resistant to poison damage.
Hey, so you take 1 poison damage.
Ow. And that is a 6 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, you are poisoned, unless you're immune to that, but you are poisoned for an hour.
Ow.
And then what do you do?
So I'm going to use a wild shape and turn into an itty bitty little jellyfish.
I love
It's-
it. A good way of getting out of that. Nor, what do? You see Ash hacking and slashing at one of the nets, rather. And he's able to get it mostly out, but there's still a couple of like strands that are hanging on his arms and catching his feet.
So I have a. First of all, is the noticing that thing is like alive? Is the one that tried to get me?
It's not alive.
Oh, I thought it was biting you. You described, you used that
There's
verb.
there's little barbs that bite in.
Oh, barbs that bite in. Okay, I
Yeah.
thought you were saying like it was biting them.
Yeah.
All right, so who looks like they're getting the worst of these two?
Ash, because Shimmer, you watched her change shape into a little jellyfish.
Oh yeah.
Safely.
But the jellyfish has gotten out. Okay, so can I? I'm going to try. Let me just look at. I think that's a good idea, and I just need to see if polymorph's range is 60 feet, and I will just cast polymorph on Ash and turn them in. So like, if I turn them into a similar jellyfish.
Yeah, you've
It'll-
literally just seen.
Okay, I will turn Ash into a jellyfish. Casting a 4th level spell. Polymorph.
Ash, you are now an itty bitty jellyfish joining Shimmer in jellyfish form.
And once the nets are settled, I will drop the jellyfish.
Ah! What have you done? It's almost dead. What have you done?
Beautiful. You hurry your way across because you can hear this sort of like sound as if it's kind of like reeling stuff back
So,
in, getting ready to reset.
So in this underwater adventure, Ash stepped on a thing. I'm just
Bumped into a wall. You know what I mean. Hit.
I know.
It's a
I'm
fucking
giving
trap.
you shit. All right. We'll swim out. We'll swim out as best we can. We have the flippers, right? So
Yes, you do have the flippers.
I will unwild shape.
Uh-huh.
So I think I understand the color coding. I think red means like owie physical traps, and green means owie magic-y traps. Because when I went through that green hallway, it made my brain hurt, and this made my heart hurt.
and we can't avoid either of them, can we?
Nope.
We'll just have to keep going.
So prepare for magic. And I will cast resistance on whoever is going to open the door.
It's just a door.
Hmm?
It's just a door.
Yep.
You
I
guys,
don't know. Ash
you
is
guys
just
have
gonna
taken
open.
okay. I was gonna say you guys took enough damage there. I'll take this one for the
I
team.
took 6 poison damage.
All right, you go
That's
ahead. You
nothing
go
for the
ahead.
fighter.
It's like my hands and scratches, guys. It's not fun. It stings a little. Yeah. So yeah, he's just gonna turn the handle and walk in. He's invincible now.
Okay,
You-
so
You have resistance when this explodes in your face.
Great.
yep.
Awesome.
Good news is it's an unlocked door. The bad news is it hurts to open. You touch this metal handle and your hand kind of like convulses around it as it is electrified. Give me a Constitution saving throw. You do open it.
Zit. Yeah, 24. Yeah, 24.
Okay, give me 1 second. So it is lightning damage, which gets doubled. Originally, it was 15 to 30. Then you have it because you are fortuitous enough to resist, and then it'll whatever resistance grants as well. So I think that gets halved again to 7.
Oh,
Shimmer.
okay. Hot.
Shimmer, can you just let me know what resistance does?
It's it's another D4 to the same. It's
Oh, okay.
it's the guidance of saving throws.
Oh,
Okay,
okay. So
so
I
then-
took 15. Yeah.
Yeah. So you take 15 lightning damage. Let me get to this.
It's okay.
I'm gonna before going, I'm gonna cast lesser restoration on myself.
Sounds good.
Make poison go
What
by
the
me.
fuck is that? He's like, ow, that tingled. And then he fucking looks up and there's
You-
this shit in here.
Say the password.
Let
What?
me.
Hey, Giles, what the fuck is the password again?
Let me describe it first.
What's the password
it's-
again, Giles?
It's a live thing, not a fucking whatever it is.
Say it anyway.
Y'all are fucked. Just accept it.
What is the password, Giles?
All done. That's the password. But you open it up, you're like, ah, fuck. And then you see this large wibbly octopus with like little like static bolts kind of emanating from its tentacles, one of which was kind of resting on the door, the others kind of taking up the rest of the room. Additionally, you see a little, I didn't put him on the map yet, a little sort of like stout, froggish looking thing. I'm just gonna pop him here. With a trident, and it kind of looks in your direction and raises its trident. Let's roll for initiative.
Wait. Can we just not fight?
Do you have like a picture of this thing?
Yeah, 1 second.
Sounds epic. 20.
Nice.
It's a 19 plus 1.
17.
17.
Awesome.
Besties.
Oh
In
my
the
God.
D&D chat.
Time.
Wrong thing.
Oh, you're ugly, guy.
Oh, never mind. Ash does not say, "Could we not fight?" Though he's just gonna murk that. It looks gross.
I have a plan,
Oh my God.
and I think I might go first.
You do go
Yeah,
first.
with that nat 20, fuck yeah.
Nor swims forward towards
Uh-huh.
the thing, and recalling a carnival she once saw as a child, she decides to use Mirage Arcane to create a metal box around the thing with slit marks for swords, which they did with the the assistant. Like, my assistant will go in here and I'll jam the swords in.
Yup.
It's that. Like, I'm just putting the thing in, and then there's swords. I mean, and I might as well, since I'm making it, it's gonna
Make
have
the
the slits for
swords?
swords, and I'm gonna have everything that's not a sword slit be a spike.
Oh my God.
So it's just like really spiky. It's an Iron Maiden, right? It's like an
Yeah.
Iron Maiden with sword slits in there.
Yeah. So I'm just going to say it's in there.
I assume it
it's-
probably will find a way out. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
This was the creative solution with
No,
Mirage
definitely. But
Arcane.
you're gonna give it some shit first.
And then as a DM, you might say like dex save. Maybe it can jump
It
out of
is.
this thing.
No, it's gonna be in there. We're gonna make it do a dex save to see how against your spellcasting modifier to see whether it takes half damage.
All right, so that'll be a DC 18. 8 is where does it say that on
Rolls
the
a
D&D?
17.
Oh, okay, so this actually really matters. I'm
Yes, it
so
does.
sorry. I don't remember where it says this on D&D Beyond.
It
Uh,
should say it on like your spells. It'll say like in the
Spells.
middle.
Oh, DC 18 as on my light.
Hey!
So okay, so it does take it. So how much damage would you say that is?
I would say 10d10. Like it's a gnarly fucking thing.
Okay, I'm always just just defer to you. So I'm just gonna roll 10d10 on Google.
Yep.
Google says 47. There's a 10 and 2
Nice.
ones in there. That's about the average of 50, right?
Yep.
So something you guys just want, and then there's like some sword things. And then I'm going to swim over into the corner and just kind of like, that wasn't me.
Okay, 1 second. So I didn't know like how you swim. So this is 5, 10, 15. Here's the thing. You'll be within what's it
That's
called?
fine.
Melee range. Do you want to take an AOO
Oh, of the
of the octopus?
no, I'll stay within range of the octopus.
Okay. Sounds good.
Was the box on the frog or the octopus?
The frog.
The
I
frog.
imagine. Yeah, because the octopus takes up.
Octopus is too
time.
big to
Yeah.
do an Iron Maiden around. I feel like I can only really with Mirage Arcane do it to like a medium creature, maybe like a large.
Yeah.
Like put it in a box that is.
Mm-hmm. Ash, what do you do?
I have to go.
Yeah. Ash. Leia.
Sorry. My turn.
Yes.
All right. Let's ruin someone's day.
Hmm.
How far is it to the guy?
The frog is already encased. You could go like almost anywhere and be in range of the octopus.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll just hit the octopus then.
Sounds good.
Well, okay then. Be that way, dice. Okay, 28,
That will hit.
20,
That will hit.
19.
That will also hit. So give me the damage for all 3 rolls. Don't forget to have the fire damage. And Shimmer, you are on deck.
Okay.
$54.
Nice. So you take out these 2 legendary weapons. You carve into this gigantic octopus that's taken up the room, and its beak opens up and lets out a sound as you strike it. Shimmer, what do you do?
Do I think this octopus is a natural creature?
No.
No. Well, in that case, I'm going to cast Polymorph on it and turn it into a little octopus.
Give me 1 second. I just have to pull up its stats. It's a nat 20, fam. I'm sorry. For what kind of was that? Charisma?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. That'd make it a 29.
Well, poop.
Anything else with your turn?
I guess I will bonus action starry form
Sounds good.
archer and take a shot.
Nice.
That is a 16 to hit.
That will just hit.
Nice. Uh, 19 radiant damage.
Nice. 1 second. Awesome. So, the polymorph doesn't work, but you come in clutch, kind of drawing back the like sort of like imaginary bow before you finger gun and have it smack right into the octopus. And now it is mad. It watched this weird mage put its friend into an iron tomb. It wants to get to the druid that just hit it right into its like fleshy center, but first it must deal with also the person that just carved into it, and it's just sort of like chunks of octopus meat flying into the, kind of floating up into the water. Nora and Ash, I need dexterity saving throws from the both of you. As it raises a tentacle and this lightning crackles.
21.
Sounds good. And Nor?
Sorry, I could have swore it was a 17, and then I moved the dice and it was a 16. So I'll assume it's a 16. And 18 total.
Sounds good. Both of you pass. So you will be taking half of 54 lightning damage.
All right,
That's
so
already-
lightning strikes out from the
Yes.
water.
Yeah. That's already doubled. It was, so you take half of 54.
Oh man, I wish I would have
damage is
taken
already-
54. So 54, 27, 27, yeah.
Yes, I believe. Yeah. So.
All right. I'm still fine. I'm okay. I'm above 50. Above 50 is okay.
Yep. And next up is the frog, who then, Nor, just because you're able to sort of track what's going on in your, Iron Maiden, a little, looks like sort of like steam kind of just slithers out of one of the itty bitty crevices, in the hinges.
Well, I mean, there was the sword things, right? So,
Yeah.
the sword holes.
Yep. And we're back at the top with Nor.
So there's the thing slithered out.
Mm-hmm.
It's tiny right now. I see that tiny
It
thing.
is, 1 second. Well, it is a gaseous. It's gaseous form. misty
All right. Huh. And there's this octopus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just thinking for just a second. This octopus is a problem.
It is.
What if it was just a normal octopus?
Another wisdom save?
Yeah,
That's going to be a dirty 20.
that's fine.
It's got a high mod. So,
That'll be it for me.
sounds good. Ash, your friends are just slinging all of these spells, but the octopus is just barely able to resist it a second time. I imagine he's doing what Ash does best.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm not muted. Great.
AC's 16.
Then I hit it with all of them.
Sounds good. Give me that damage.
$57.
Nice. 1 second. Here it is. 1 second. All right. It is exactly bloodied from that. So right now, this entire tentacle is just for the sake of like theater of the mind. It's limp. You've broken it, and then you've had to move on to the next one, just to be able to have something else to hit. So this one right here, 1 second, is dealt with. All right. Next up, we have Shimmer.
I said, be a little octopus. And polymorph
Oh
again.
my god, I'm so sorry. It's a natural 19.
Well, I'm.
Uh,
Nah, I don't think that's gonna help.
yeah. Oh, you could have used it the fucking last time though.
I know. I forgot I had
God.
never played a Star Druid before.
I know. I'm sorry. That would have been fucking clutch.
All good. Bonus action. Pew.
Nice.
There's a natural 18.
That'll get him.
$17 radiant damage.
Nice. All right. It's, you know, you're chipping away at it. The second, you're hitting it in sort of like the middle mass, whereas Ash has taken out each tentacle at a time. Next up is the gaseous frog, who is going to, 1 second, move, oh, wrong tool. Select, deselect, 5, 10, 15, 20, and we'll just keep retreating. Next up is Nor. Oh, who is on the...
I was spam. All right. I was trying to listen. Okay. All right. So we got the octopus and we got the gaseous form thing. What did the gaseous form thing do? I'm so sorry.
It just ran away.
Like total ran away?
It can only move 10 feet, so it dashed, so it moved 20 feet.
It can
back.
drop its gaseous form at any time though, right?
Yes, but it has protection as gaseous form.
And it's so that one so judging from a passive insight, so you know, which is 17, so whatever. Do I guess that it doesn't want to fight anymore? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Fair
hauling
enough.
us out of there.
But the octopus still wants to fight.
Yep.
Then we shall fight. Octopus probably does not understand language. Jeez, I'm sorry. I felt like things went fast. What did the octopus do? Did it hurt me? Did I miss something?
Oh,
This last
I
turn?
actually, it didn't go.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
an
sorry.
idiot.
Like I'm sitting
Yeah.
here like I was trying to
Yeah.
figure out. I felt like I'm like I said, like no enemies had
Yeah.
gone since my last
No,
turn. So
you're
that's why I
right,
was why I was sitting here like, what happened? Like was I really like that zoned
Yeah.
out for a second?
It's going to make 2 tentacle attacks on Ash. First one's a nat 1. And a nat 5, that's going to be a 19, which I don't think does it. Sounds good. Alright. Now
Nope.
it's Nor's turn.
Okay. Okay. Listen, you're gonna live a much longer life as an octopus.
To 25.
Sounds good. I am going to evoke an AOO, and I'm going to swim to the back of the room.
You actually won't, because Ash killed that tentacle.
Okay. I'll just swim to the back of the room.
You got it. Next up is
How is
Ash.
Ash looking, by the way?
Ash looks, well, Ash is technically bloodied, but he's been almost bloodied this whole time, so he hasn't
Okay.
taken much damage yet in this fight. Like, he's just bloodied.
So what does Ash do?
Sorry, I didn't realize it was my turn. Okay. I'm gonna hit it. You said it has a AC of like 17 or something?
16.
60, yeah, it definitely, yeah, for sure. My lowest roll on the die was 11, so. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. I think I might have been doing fire damage wrong. I just took off one of my dice. Should I be rolling both of them and then have it?
Doesn't matter to me.
Okay. I was just like, oh shit. Being dumb. $55.
Jesus. 1 second. You have crossed over the 200 point threshold for it.
So the thing is it's large, so I do base before I roll, I do 28 damage.
That's beautiful. I mean, use it if you got it. It's reeling from what Ash has done to it. Shimmer, you could tell that this thing is not long for the world, but probably has another good few hits, but not much more out of Ash.
I am going to use my Staff of the Woodlands and cast Wall of Thorns.
Nice. Tell me more.
So, it is a 60-foot long, 10-foot high, 5-foot thick wall. When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dexterity saving throw, and a failed save takes 7d8 piercing damage or half as much on a success.
I'm gonna give it disadvantage because it's literally taking up the whole fucking room.
Are we in that?
It's like a 5 or 10 foot line, so I'm sure
Okay.
she gets.
So
yeah.
you shoot it out in a way that avoids us.
Well, like I was gonna make it so like it kind of like bisects the octopus.
Yeah, I imagined. Yeah. So that'll be a 14 on its dex save. It's good at wisdom, not good at dex.
Okay, so that fails. Takes 34 piercing damage.
How do you do it?
So I just want like this wall of like, so like down here it looks like this kind of like almost like coral, kind of just like pops up, and like you just like see it just kind of like stabbing into this giant octopus creature, and like one comes like out of the beak, and she's like, "You could have been a little octopus, but you chose poorly."
I love it. Next up is the frog, who comes out of its form and attempts to teleport out. Would anyone stop it from doing so?
Counterspell.
Oh no! Actually, are you able to? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I mean, I'll
35,
counterspell.
40, 45, 50. I'm counting to make sure that Ash is 55, 60, 65, 70. So, too far for Noor, but Ash counterspells. Give me an ability check. It's a level 5. Wait, let me
Don't
double
forget
check.
that you're jack of all trades.
Yep, sorry, let me just double check. It is a level 7 spell.
So what do I need to roll for that? Like, what's the 17?
Yeah, and you're going to add your spellcasting ability modifier.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, 21.
Yeah. So it tries to plane shift out of here, but Ash, very quickly, no, and stops it. And it looks over at you, scared. Nor, what do you do?
I'm gonna swim 30 feet towards it.
Mm-hmm. And then?
I'm going
wait.
to. Am I within 30?
I don't believe so, because it was 70 feet away before that, so it's 40 feet away now.
Ah, damn. I can't Misty Step and cast Suggestion in one turn.
Mhm.
I'm going to put up a cage with metal bars around them with my thing. Like and I'll just say as I'm casting it, no more harm need befall you.
We'll go out of combat for now. We'll jump back in at Ash if we reinstate. But when you say that, it looks at you, and it just like starts shaking its head like back and forth, over and over again.
Can I swim closer?
Yeah. Anyone who does anyone not want to get closer?
Does it seem like it doesn't understand my language?
Give me an insight check.
That's a 17.
It seems to not understand you.
Shimmer, does it
Yeah.
understand you?
Parlez-vous Aquan?
Incredible.
Sprechen Sie Terran?
Why you killing me, Shimmer? Why you killing me?
Yeah, when you say parlez-vous Aquan, oui.
Je m'appelle Shimmer.
Bonjour.
And then I will use the remaining of my not knowing
Is
French.
Aquan French?
Yes, but I'm trying to pull. I only took 2 semesters of French. I was like, je voudrais go away.
Wow. Harsh.
Well, no, I want to go away. Is what, or I would like to go or leave. I don't know what the. I can only think of the Spanish words for.
Nous ne vous blesserons pas.
We'll go back to English because my French is not great. But it looks to you, Shimmer, since you share a common language, and it goes, I just want to go. I'll find a new home. It's yours. You can have it. You could have everything.
Who are you?
I'm Glug.
Hi, Glug. I'm Shimmer.
Can I go?
Like what were you doing here? Like why were you living here?
Because it was cozy, and the octopus it let me live here, and it didn't hurt me, and it protected me from. I mean, not many things came here ever, so. But it felt nice to have the protection in case something. But you're bigger than you're tougher.
So just hold on 1 moment. And Shimmer will kind of like tell the party. His name is Glug. He lives here. He just wants to leave.
Well, Glug might know some stuff. We should talk to him first.
Okay. Glug, we just want to ask you some questions first, and then you are free to go.
Okay, what do you want to know?
What do we want to know?
Traps.
Do you know like about like traps in this place? Because like we got smushed a little bit.
Yeah. So there's traps pretty much in every hallway. I get away with it because I go into my gas form, so I don't trigger anything. So, Can you go into a gas form?
Let me check my spells. No.
Oh. Well, then you're just probably gonna trigger them, in all honesty. There's no real way to avoid triggering them, it's just whether or not you can withstand them.
So like where were you trying to go?
Out. There's a little crevice in there that I know of, and there's a little chute that goes up.
Was he trying to cast plane shift?
Yes.
Like, I know that spell. That
Oh.
takes you a bit further away.
Well, yes.
Where were you going?
Oh, to the plane of water.
Oh, there's a whole plane of water. Oh my gosh!
If
Like, how do you get there? Like, can
I could take you there if you let me wait until tomorrow. I was just going to leave and sleep in there for a little while in the hidden room, and then once I get my energy back, we could go tomorrow.
Well, like, is there like a special thing? Like, 'cause like I can cast that spell too, but like I don't know where to go.
I'll show you.
Is there like a special thing you need?
Yes.
What is it?
Well, the thing you could get, you could get it in the plane of water. So I'll take you there, and then once you're there, you could get the thing that you need.
And then I can just like use my plane shift and come right back.
Do you have a way to get back to this plane?
Well, like I can do the same spell that you can do.
Oh, well, if you don't have the thing, you could probably get it at the plane of water as well. They sell a lot of things to go to different places.
Ooh. Yeah. So that, and then she'll be like, yeah, like so he's like a planeswalker. He was trying to go to the plane of water, which sounds super cool, and I might like come like I'll go like on like an adventure with him.
Yeah.
But he has to wait till tomorrow.
Okay. I mean, he could also just stay here. We just need to look around, and then he can just like have his house.
Oh well, there's some great stuff in the hidden room. If I tell you the code, will you let me sleep here and?
Yeah, this is your house. We don't want to. It's not really in our intention to.
You did kill my friend. You realize that I do have a right to worry.
Sure, but you attacked us first.
I didn't attack you. I was just sitting here, and you put a death trap around me.
You looked scary, but he doesn't understand us.
Yeah, he doesn't. Oh right, sorry. I imagine this moment was
I
translated
imagine
by
that there's
Shimmer.
like translation happening that we don't necessarily need to like play out if we don't
Yeah.
want to.
Maybe, yeah.
Can I revivify the octopus? Can I reincarnate it?
Yeah, can we just like go
We
around
haven't
to our
been
enemies, murking them, and then like
Yeah, let's just
we already reincarnated a giant enemy
You know
once
what?
in the
Let's-
past 2 weeks.
fucking do
Why
it.
not do it?
What is this octopus gonna be? It doesn't even work this way, but I want it to happen.
We have asserted our dominance in killing you, and now we bring you back to show our mercy.
Yes. Give me 1 second. I want to pull up the new chart because the old chart doesn't include everything. So new D100 reincarnate chart. Give me 1 second. Sorry, the Reddit is giving me an ad.
Stupid red.
I know. Here we go. 1 second. I got so many tabs. Okay. Roll me a D1. You want to go for this?
Yeah.
Roll me a D100.
35.
This is actually really beautiful. you sit there, you start casting the spell, and a water genasi forms
Oh,
its
that's really
face.
beautiful.
And it looks around. I'm gonna say like it has like tasteful coverings, so it's not like totally naked.
Nope, nature swimsuit.
Fine, you
Yeah,
get.
nature swimsuit. We've already discussed this.
Yup.
Yes.
Yup.
It's
We're
okay if
adults
it's
here.
naked. No one cares.
That's true.
Yeah,
So
we were almost
he's-
naked for this whole adventure.
Pretty much.
Fine. Yes. This water genasi is wearing nature's swimsuit, as he is reincarnated into a water genasi, and he looks around, and then he like kind of, just locks eyes with Ash, and he goes, "What the fuck, dude?"
They've got some problems.
You were a part of this. I felt what you were trying to cast on me, like, and you.
You'd still be an octopus if you let me do that.
Well, I didn't. What? Okay, so what? I'm gonna go to your house and start slinging spells at you, and then you're just gonna let it happen?
I would stop you,
Okay.
and then I would try my hardest not to kill you. You don't know me, but trust me, that is what I would do.
Do y'all have. What? Am I supposed to be wearing clothes or not? Because I'm
It doesn't
not
matter.
used to.
Do
Do
what
you
you
want?
want.
Do you want clothes?
No.
Have you eaten an apple lately? If not, you don't need
No.
clothes.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I had.
So, can I stay here? Are we good?
Yeah.
We're just getting stuff from the old world.
I don't know what that is. But sure. Bobo. Well, Glug and I are gonna sit over there and let you do whatever you want to do. At the very least, leave some food or something so I don't have to go hunting today.
Sure.
I didn't bring food, but
I will make some good berries.
There we go.
They're super good.
So Shimmer makes some good berries and gives them to Glug and the water genasi. What does she name him?
I don't know. What does she want to be called?
He doesn't know. He doesn't really have a concept of names.
Hmm.
So,
Glug, did you call them anything before?
not Glug.
Then you are hereby not Glug.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Unless
Of course,
you like
feel
to
free to
pick one later.
rename
Yeah.
yourself anything you would like later.
Why is not Glug a not good name?
No, it's a fine name. It's just if you had thoughts
So,
about
You come
your
into
own
my
name.
house and then kill me and then immediately doubt my new name? What kind of person are you?
we get.
Look, I'm a bad person. I tell every single person I know this, but they never believe me. So thank you for understanding and reifying that fact.
All right.
I mean, it's better than naming yourself you. That's it.
Okay, I'm sorry. For anyone who is listening in and doesn't know, there is another character in a different campaign whose name is you.
And he's in chat right
And-
now, which I
And
love.
yeah, he's in chat right now, and you just killed me. Yeah, that's what happened.
Beautiful. Yeah. So I am going to fast track this because they want you out, so they're just gonna show you like, all right, you're here for old world stuff. Like, there's this like weird safe here. Just take it. Just get the fuck out of here. And they will open it for you. Inside, I'm just going to just drop it in chat.
It's another legendary weapon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ash is like, who can give me a third hand? I need one.
So above table, the Rod of Resurrection. This one can only be attuned to druids. So you imagine that one is
So lucky then.
Shimmer. If you want to try and take it for lucky, you can. But
it was a joke.
that
Shimmer
is
can have
for Shimmer.
I would say, generally speaking,
I
do not give
know.
legendary items to temporary characters because
I
the
know.
Lucky
party
isn't
will.
a temporary character.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
saying,
I know.
maybe it's only attunable by
Well,
druid.
the reason why
but-
is I am okay with it getting into the party, but you have to convince Shimmer. So that's why I dropped it down. Because
What is Shimmer here for?
you were supposed to like vet Shimmer for Joe. Because she's a
That's-
part of a secret
that- but-
organization.
I have an actual
Well-
very serious question. Are we vetting Shimmer for Joe because our very good new friend here is staying with us?
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, then, from our perspective, this is loot that we found on this adventure.
I mean, so did
So-
Shimmer though.
Shimmer definitely was part of it. I'm not disagreeing.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's up to y'all. Joe did say that you had to split it with Shimmer.
Oh, this matches my outfit. It's so sweet.
we found a black staff. Is that like an
Yeah.
item
It
that's
is an
It's a
item.
identifiable?
staff of resurrection.
No,
Oh.
but there's also a black
No.
staff. Now,
Oh.
just so you know, the black staff,
black
you'll just cast Identify on it. It does
Okay.
not have the spirit bound component, so your spirit will not be like taken by it, and it also does not have the requirement that you have to be descendant of the black staff or whatever
Oh,
the
okay.
family is. So
So I'm just gonna sit down and read for a moment while you guys talk about the Rod of Resurrection. Holy shit.
I mean, this is gonna have to be above table because if Eric, if you want one of our people to have it and not Shimmer, then Leia's fine with that. But Ash would 100% advocate that it goes to Shimmer because Shimmer's here and was a part of.
All right, so we'll
Getting
do that
that
one.
loot.
We'll do that before I do anything with this black staff. This is like pre-identify. So I identify the Rod of Resurrection, which I'm gonna have to pull up those stats too, because I need to be able to refer to them in character as to what they do. Okay, so heal, 1 charge, resurrection. So wow. Okay, so
Just want the black staff stats.
do you want to read it out loud, Eric?
the Rod of Resurrection, the black staff.
Black staff.
Okay. Let's just do the Rod of Resurrection thing first,
Okay.
since that's the conflict in this moment, and then I will read the black staff everything out loud. All right. So after Nor reads this, or identifies it, she like sits there for a second. She's just like, whew. It's got this like beautiful like angelic kind of wings sprouting out of it. She kind of this one requires only druid, is what you're saying? Because
Mhm.
the actual items is cleric, druid, or paladin.
One more time, sorry.
You're saying that this one only works on druids as opposed to
Only on-
normally cleric, druid, or paladin? Okay, so
Correct.
we'll assume it's the Viney. Okay, so I mean,
I can still hear everyone.
Yeah.
so I'm thinking of just people who use nature magic, right? Like, because
Mhm.
druid doesn't exist in
Yeah.
and so like I know someone who uses I know 2 people who use nature magic.
Mm-hmm.
3 River. Does River do nature magic?
River, Lucky,
So,
and
we know 3.
Southwool.
And I'm just thinking about how this thing holds 5 charges. It's got a resurrection, or 5 heals, right? 5 heals is really good. And I'm thinking about the big battle that's coming up. I'm thinking about all the allies that we're going to be gathering, and how much pain and hurt is going to be there. And somebody we know might die. And Nora's okay if she dies, but she couldn't. She's thinking about I was supposed to say Phoenix. Faye.
Hey.
Faye dying. Or even just someone getting seriously hurt. And she kind of shakes her head. She's like, she's not thinking at all about you. I'm sorry. But she's just gonna say, this is going to be very useful in the battle to come. But yeah, she's definitely not thinking at all about why do I keep wanting to say Sapphire? It's not your name. Shimmer. S. I got the S right. I often get tripped up after the first letter. Yeah, so that's so Shimmer is not even on Nora's mind. As she says, like, this is a staff. It's infused with nature magic, and it can heal, and in special cases, it can even bring back someone from the dead. Particularly, though, in a way that would be really useful, like in the middle of combat. Right? Oh no, that's 1 hour. The heal would be very, very useful. 5 heals in a combat. Whoo, that's good stuff. 5 heals in a combat. That's 350 HP that you didn't have, right? Like, yeah, that's what Nora's thinking about. So Shimmer's not even on the mind. But I'll say, like, this is a staff that heals things, can also resurrect things from the dead, yeah, it's gonna be really useful in a couple months. Your ball's in your guys' court.
What does Shimmer say?
The staff is really pretty. I like it. Look how it compliments my eyes. And like, I do nature magic, so it's totes perfect.
I kind of like Nora, like, look at Ash, like, back me up here.
Lols. 1 second. Sorry, I was passing through the living room and Chrisley is teaching on Twitch. So I didn't want to just be interrupted. Ash will look at you and look at Shimmer and look at you and say, rock, paper, scissors? Because he doesn't know what to say. He's very uncomfortable.
Ash, I mean, this would be really useful. How about Shimmer?
Yeah.
You know, you're kind of like magical, right?
Totes.
So you must really not like when magical people are getting hunted and killed and stuff. You've had any run-ins with the Inquisition?
Yeah, they're jerks. They don't
Yeah.
like when I make animals talk.
And she thinks if she likes it when Shimmer makes the animals talk. Yeah, I can see why they would. Yeah, I mean, I see. I see. Yeah, that's kind of their MO, isn't it? So in a few months, we're going to be leading a kind of I guess you could call it an assault. More like, oh my gosh, the DM's eyes went wide. All right, let me put it this way. Can I trust you?
Totes. My goats.
And can I insight check that? Do I believe?
Yeah, definitely gonna insight check that shit.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
17.
43 out of Ash.
No. But it is gonna be 28.
Shimmer puts on the Inquisition mask.
No.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
No. What would they get from Shimmer with that answer? And their
Yeah,
essay?
like she's flighty, but she's trustworthy.
All right. We are going to be. There will be a big battle against them soon.
Where?
if we let you have this, will you come help us?
I mean, like, I hate the Inquisition, so like I was like gonna like throw like rocks and stuff at them. But yeah,
All right. And she's like, because she reads that Ash is like awkward. She's like, you can have it, and she's like, doesn't even she like just goes straight to looking at the black staff.
Yep.
Okay, so +2 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it. +2 bonus to my armor class saving throws and spell attack rolls. That creates some interesting problems. Not bad problems, but just like armor class saving throws, spell attack rolls. Okay, so staff doesn't affect my DC for my spells, which is fine. So 20 charges, and I can use it to hit things and do extra damage to them. But more importantly, I can use it to cast some spells, which include Wall of Force, Ray of Enfeeblement, a bunch of spells I'll never cast because they're damage spells. Levitate, Hold Monster. Hold Monster is a good spell. That's really high. That's 5th. I don't know. Hold Creature or something is the higher level one.
Yeah.
Globe of Invulnerability. Okay, so some good spells. You can use an action to break the staff and perform break it for real. Okay, yeah, break it for real. And then you can travel to a random plane of existence, avoiding the explosion. If you fail to avoid the effect, you take force damage equal to 16 times the number of charges. So it's like a nuclear bomb in my hand if I break it. Okay, so it's really, really dangerous. Animate walking statues. I can expend one or more to activate or deactivate walking statues of Waterdeep, which probably is not going to come into play. I can spend a thing to use a bonus action, Dispel Magic. Okay. Oh, can't let this get into the Inquisition's hands. Drain Magic affects only creatures that use spells. When you hit a creature with a melee attack, you can spend a thing as a bonus action, causing the target to expend one spell slot at the highest level it can cast without casting a spell. Oh my gosh. Massive Enchantment. When you cast an enchantment spell, you make an Arcana check. If the check succeeds, you can just cast it without doing anything. Do I normally cast any enchantment spells? This is a good question. Polymorph enchantment spell.
What? I thought that was transmutation.
It is. I was thinking of something that might be enchantment. That wasn't. I was just. Do I prepare a single enchantment spell today? That's suggestion. Okay, and mass suggestion therefore.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So, and then there's the spirit trap and person. Does it have a personality? Do I get from identify?
It definitely is sentient.
It's really interesting to you two because as Nor gets done reading about this, or like with this staff, instead, like with the resurrection, she was like very like, oh, this is gonna be really useful, and you just see like her face is kind of like dour, and like she's kind of like she doesn't know exactly what to think of this thing.
What's going on? What's going on? Wow, fuck, I don't know why I keep doing that. Why are you looking dour?
This is kind of an evil thing.
What does it do?
Well, it's mostly just a weapon, but a magical weapon. It can cast a lot of the most deadly spells we've ever encountered.
Like
Lightning Bolt, Cone of Cold, Fireball.
Okay.
But it also has a bunch of different properties that like destroy magic and drain magic from things. I wonder if they made it to hunt magic users.
Probably not. Although it might be useful if any of the Inquisition members are magic users themselves.
Yeah. There's a personality in it too. I mean, I've never even wielded a weapon, so I
Have
just
you
I don't feel
talked to it?
I could if I spent some time with it. I think this is really dangerous. I don't think anyone else should have it.
Well, we could talk to Faye. She's got combat skills, combat spells, right?
You have to practice the kind of magic I practice to use it. It doesn't come like the kind that doesn't come from within, but from book learning. I'll use it. I just hmm. I just people could really get hurt. I mean, I guess I gave you that rod today. I mean, that can really hurt people, but I guess to me that
Yeah, you understand that we're about to go hurt a lot of people, right?
yeah.
And that is a prerequisite for getting out the Inquisition.
I mean, like, you don't have to use the stuff you don't like.
You can just give it to Mulligan.
Do not give this to Mulligan. You could do 320 damage to something with this in one round. Wow. She kind of just shakes her head a little bit. I don't like where this makes my mind go. Because I'll give for your guys' context, she's not going to elaborate on that unless you ask.
Well, it's a powerful weapon. We should at least take it with us, even if we don't find
Oh, for sure.
find someone to use it.
For sure. And she'll.
You said it has to be a wizard.
Yeah.
Could give it to Sai.
No.
Give it to someone.
All right. Just for our purposes.
I'm just being a dick, just naming all the wizards that you definitely don't want to give this to.
Definitely
Yeah.
not Mulligan, but maybe Sai though.
Nora's going to wield it.
Okay.
Because she doesn't like. She trusts other wizards less than she trusts herself. But
Sure.
like, she looks at this retributive strike, which you can break the thing, and it's mini nuclear bomb in a 30-foot area. Like it does 360 or 320 damage to everything in that area, just like that. And it's like she's thinking about like if they're all in that meeting room, and I dimension door in and break this staff, they're all dead. But then she's thinking about, is this the kind of thoughts I want to? I don't want to have these kind of thoughts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like Ash knows what Nor means by that because he knows that Nor loathes doing damage and hurting people, and also is like, Nora's gonna have to get over that for this coming battle. Like he is trusting Nor to get over her pacifism before it matters. Because he knows that Nor is trusting Ash to become more pacifistic after this is all over.
Amazing.
I'll attune to the staff.
Nice.
We'll do it out of this room though, and let these folks like get back to their lives.
Are we done with the blue cat, the underwater
Yeah.
fortress? Okay.
Yeah, so this was kind of like the last thing.
Okay, cool.
Shimmer, you can easily make your way back tomorrow to them.
I'll attune on the boat on the way
Yeah.
back. There we go.
So you all go back on the boat together, heading back to the mainland. Shimmer with the promise of getting to go to the plane of water. And when you attune to this, Nor, you hear, oh, hello.
Hello. Who are you?
The staff.
I know that. I mean, what's your name?
Blackthorn.
Blackthorn. It's been a long time since somebody held you.
Yes. So what do you think?
What were you used for?
The Wizarding Wars. I assume at a time long forgotten.
Um. Yes. Forgotten indeed.
Well, I'm glad that you chose to keep me in your hands. A wizard should know to never trust another wizard.
Okay. Anything, I've already looked you up and down. Is there anything you want me to know about you, Blackthorn?
Well, please don't break me. It'd be a shame for me to wait for so long and not get much use after being asleep for many thousands of years.
All right. Well, we've got some ground rules here.
I assume you're setting them?
I'm intending to.
You are my wielder.
No cone of cold, no fireball, no lightning bolt, no magic missile.
May I cast it on things? I like all of my abilities to be used. Just set me in a room with things to break, and I'll be happy.
We'll put a pin in that. What's with these statues?
Oh, yes, well, you probably know as well as any wizard that you are not quite durable. So you can make an army to go forth for you.
Where would I get this army?
Well, any guardian of old you can command with me.
And where might I find a guardian of old?
You must have seen at least one where you found me. I remember.
Did we?
The Hydra?
We
And
could
the
reread.
Guardians and you didn't like kill it. You just made it revert back to its stone form.
Oh man.
And then there's also the Guardians in the other place that you encountered.
Interesting.
We can command them. I feel a turmoil
You can
in
command
the air.
them.
Yes, but I won't do anything that you don't ask me to do.
Is Blackstaff? Are you Blackthorn? Is that your? Who were you always a staff, or were you someone before this?
For as long as I can remember, I've been a thing. The wizards of my time enjoyed making companions. I see that unlike the wizards of old, you seem to have friends.
Well, you can be my friend. Too, if you want.
Do me a favor. Your friend wields someone I'm interested in. Can you lay us down next to each other so I could have a better look?
Yeah, Ash was actually gonna ask Giles about, like, I was waiting because I wanted Eric to
Yeah.
have his time, nor to have her time with the staff. But I was like, my next bit was gonna be, hey Giles, what's up with that thing over there? Cool? Not cool? What's up?
Giles would go, oh. Well, they are as bad as those who wield them, and as good as those who wield them. Our time was rife with turmoil, and it seems like that is one of the weapons that the wizards used on one another.
All right. I mean, if Nor asks Ash, Ash will ask Giles, and then if Giles says yes, he will lay Giles down.
Oh, I don't think it can hurt, and I'll set it down.
Is Giles cool with it?
Do keep the sheath on.
All right. I guess you wouldn't want to be naked. He'll just like...
So that happens, and Nora, you hear in your voice, oh, he is quite handsome.
God, there's so many sheath jokes I can make now, but I'm not going to.
And Giles goes, this is getting a bit awkward now. Mind picking me up?
Yep. He's just like, I know that feeling.
And
straps him back on.
Blackthorn sighs, the one that got away.
Nor your sword's into my sword, and it's weird.
Staff. But she'll hold on to it.
How does this look to Shimmer this whole time? Because I'm sure this is kind of...
These two just staring at their weapons, and then like they awkwardly place them next to each other, and
then Ash looks very, very uncomfortable and picks it up.
Just like, land folks are weird.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, at least they're pretty, though.
That's true.
So what do you think?
See, like, we have like conversations, Kara. Like, they're just like staring at their stuff.
Yes, and we talk, and then she'll say loudly enough so others can hear us and not be quiet and rude.
Look, just because your brains aren't cool enough to be able to hear my sword doesn't mean that you need to be a bitch about it.
Can we still hear your sword?
I think so, actually.
Is that telepathic
If
thing
Giles
still going?
allows him, if Giles allows them to, yes.
Giles has
'Cause I think-
not.
Okay, then they can't. So actually, he'll say, just
Yeah.
because my sword doesn't like you doesn't mean that you need to be a bitch about it.
Shots fired, Kara.
Um,
Here, I'll hold your hoops.
so she goes on and like takes off the little, and Kara
She's like-
scuttles down and.
No. She's like, a true fighter doesn't need to take off their jewelry.
Oh man!
Oh,
Yeah, he's got jewelry on everywhere, and it's just
Holy
like,
shit.
bring it if you wanna.
OMG, Kara. Be careful. She knows power word kill. She is a 9th level
Be
wizard.
careful, you don't want Ash as a mortal enemy. He has a secondary body, and if he fucking dies here, he will come murder Kara, everyone you care about, and imprison you for all of time. Like,
Holy.
that he'll go to Sai and be like, hey, I've got a stack for you at the end of this war. Want to come help me catch a fucking mermaid? So we can dissect them and do science.
Oh my god, no.
Yeah. If and only if you power word kill Ash. He would not do that, except for in the case that you like if he lost to you legitimately, it would be fine. You fucking power word kill him, and he will, for the rest of your days, be a mortal enemy.
How does Ash feel about Meteor Swarm?
That's fine. That's avoidable. That's power word kill is fucking cheating.
Oh my god. DM notes, use power word kill on N.
I just like this vision of Kara being a 9th level wizard. But also a crab.
Yo, it's beautiful. Yeah, Kara actually gets super salty at that, but she also knows, like...
She has 1 hit point.
Yeah, so she knows her mortality. So she'll just kind of spend the rest of the boat kind of, like, preening and grooming herself and making sure that, like, Shimmer looks pretty as well, and making sure that the hair's just right, while also saying, like, passive-aggressive things about how Ash is, like, oh, that color just makes him look so pale.
The thing is that Ash will definitely 100% prestidigitation to where he is perfect, and then prestidigitation. Just little things on Kara, little things on, and just be but be stealthy about it, and be like, oh, a little wind came up, and that little wind like fucked up her hair on the side. So then Kara has to go and like fix it, and he'll just keep doing that every single time she makes a comment.
That's totally fine, and she'll look back and she'll go, "You're still ugly without your makeup."
Kara, don't be rude.
Fine. And you get back to the docks and back to Shimmer's house to pick up your stuff. And you all head back home. And I think that's where we'll end it for today. We'll go into discussion. So we could end at 4.
Okay.
But that was fun. Fucking arguing with a crab.
Look. Yes. I thought that I might have a good comeback to that, but in fact, no. That is who Ash is as a person. He will, in fact, argue with a petty crab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Eric, we were talking about like DM stuff. I forget, like we put a pin in something in terms of but I forget what it is already.
Just what's going on in our campaign right now?
Right. Oh, metagaming. Good metagaming and bad metagaming. Sort of. And like one thing that I wanted to sort of tack on to that conversation is because like halfway through the session, once we had to start sharing the rope mid-combat, like, my character is a druid, he wild shape into a spider so he could climb down, and, like, Eric, you were kind of, like, you know, not being a dick about it by any means, but, like, yeah, you could have done this the entire fucking time, but instead you let someone else, you know, like, do the dangerous thing. And, like, I had thought about it, but, like, I was trying really hard to not have, like, 1, wild shape be a solution to everything, and 2, let every player have a chance to kind of do something cool in a session. And when you have 7 people and you play for 3 hours, like, you know, so I was just kind of, like, being mindful, to the other people at the table in that as well. So I'm not sure, like, you know, player size, I mean party size, I think also gets into that as well, like, because you'll have a lot of abilities and sort of you could optimize things, but I don't think that optimized gameplay necessarily means for fun gameplay for everyone at the table. Because I'm sure that like having the fucking Paladin Warforged, trying to sneak down on a rope, like that it was fun to have those stakes, and it was fun that we like made that clangy sound to have the battle happen. But I'm not sure anyone else's thoughts.
I think, I mean, what I would say is that I agree with you, and I think it was fun. I was just giving you, a little bit of I was trying to put it into perspective for the other characters.
No, it was really fucking funny. Like I like that you did it.
Yeah, but I didn't mind that, I think like metagaming does get a bad rap, and I think that but I think the problem is that the problem with metagaming isn't metagaming, it's more a certain kind of metagaming, right? That is dishonest in its function, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, for instance, like it is dishonest if like you're playing Lost Mines of Phandelver and you go look up like the layout of the dungeon, right? And then that's that's metagaming, yes, but it's like it's dishonest, right? It's you're doing a thing where you kind of reject the fantasy of the game in exchange for kind of viewing it as a zero sum, like my goal is victory. Similarly, I think there's like other bad metagaming where it's like you're just acting on information that your character really wouldn't know. Like, well, I know the DM would never kill me for this, or like, what I mean? Like basically acting like your character acting like your character thinks they're in a game, right? Which as to some degree, of course, a little unavoidable, right? And that's not always bad to like act as though your character is in a game, but sometimes that can be the gateway or a gateway into some potentially like attitudes of play that can be detrimental to the rest of the people playing. So, but I think a lot of times to get to the good, there's good metagaming out there, right? It's like when you talk out of character and plan out like how are we going to attack the dwarf's fortress, right? Like that's fine, right? You're not talking in character. I think it's fine to get out of character and talk about that, right? Your characters are presumably having this conversation in the game, but that's metagaming, right? It's outside of the game where you're talking about the thing. But I think that's okay, right? I think that adds something to the experience. And so, yeah.
Leia and Andrew?
I mean, I think Eric summed that up nicely.
I feel like there are things that like the character would know that players forget. Like there's a lot of stuff that like Shimmer would know, but Andrew does not because he forgot because he's only been playing this for 2 days. So I feel like in that sense, kind of just like a reminder like across table is okay. Like, oh yeah, remember you can do this cool thing that was gonna save us.
Yeah, I totally forgot that.
Because you would know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as soon as like you called out like the number for like that one polymorph fail, I was like, huh. Oh well.
It would have been so close too. Like that would have done it. And I'm not trying to rub your face in it like by any means. Yeah. I'm just like, man, I really wish it happened because that would have been so cool.
I mean, now there's a new water genasi in the world, so
exactly.
It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. I also really enjoy like because like the reincarnate, there's a material component that like I imagine that like at this level Shimmer would have anyway, and it's meant to be for like a humanoid, but like what's the fun, if the players want to bring something back and there's very little bearing on things, then fucking bring them back. It's fun. And I also love that it was a water genasi out of all the ones it could have been.
That would have sucked if it was like an air breather.
I actually no. That's the thing. A part of me was hoping you'd be like a tiefling or a human, and then they immediately just start drowning when you bring them back. Which you could have
That's
cast.
cruel.
You could have cast water breathing on
Yeah.
them.
That is
so,
cruel.
So it was just a matter of like that sort of like funny image, at first. But you ended up rolling Genasi, and I was like, all right, it's gonna be a water Genasi. Like, I'm not gonna be a dick and make it like fire. But yeah, that was fun. And for I think Andrew, you were watching that stream anyway with the ooze. Like
Mhm.
they killed the ooze, and now there's a hill or a mountain dwarf roaming around, being the king of the ooze right now in one of
Nice.
Lucky's parents' houses. I know that Andrew loves Lucky's parents right now.
Dog fellows. Those sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Um,
Go ahead.
yeah, I think Reincarnate is one of my more favorite resurrection spells because there's actually like narrative weight behind it, right?
Yeah,
A
I
lot of the
can't
other ones,
wait
it's
for
like,
that.
yo, yeah, your character died and now they're back, right? And I'm not saying like it's the worst thing ever, right? But it's like there's so much more like, oh, you're back, but you are now like a different species. You have different racial traits and stuff like that. I think that's exciting and interesting for
Yeah.
like a way for things to come back. I wish that there was more long. Like the tricky thing is with the whole resurrection thing is like you can't really make there be consequences without kind of just making the game worse for the like punishing the player who died, right? Like in some way, like you can't be like, well, now you're blind in one eye. I don't know. You take some sort of penalty, right? Like that's not really fun. It's hard to have like a narrative oomph to that, and I think resurrection or reincarnation does it quite well.
Well,
Honestly, I would rather, like, I think that it's interesting the way that they do reincarnation. If I ever die, I hope none of you ever reincarnate me. Ash would be heartbroken to be in a different
Mhm.
body. He would rather be dead. Like,
Yeah.
I would rather be missing an arm, missing an eye, have some kind of detriment, and do that as a consequence
Mhm.
than entirely changing my whole person. Like, I built this character
Yeah.
the way that I did for a particular reason, and to entirely change my body, like, if no way.
Mhm.
Like, he would be like, nah, should have fucking left me dead, and probably would just like go be a hermit.
So we got a question from chat for Eric and Leia. What would you do if your player's character is constantly bullied? P.S. In this particular scenario, you're also one of the bullies.
Look, so if I
laughing
have a
because
character
we
that is getting constantly bullied because of decisions that I made for my character in character creation, then I would just take it like a big adult, like just a whole ass adult. Because it's my fault if I make a character that is is meant to be the butt of every joke, you know.
I don't think that you is made that way, but just became that way.
No. When you start with the fucking name you, I know what T13 was fucking doing. And he cannot even tell me that it's something different. You make a fucking character named you, you know what you're doing. Don't even be playing with me. I see you.
Yeah.
And yeah, but to be serious, actually, if I had a character that was getting bullied all the time, I wouldn't be having fun. If I didn't, that wasn't on purpose. If my character was constantly getting bullied and that was detracting from my fun, I would probably eventually leave the game unless the DM did something about it. Depending on who I was playing with, I'd probably say something first and then tell the DM, and then if the DM didn't do anything, then I would leave. Because that does actually happen. So for anyone listening where that's actually happening to you and you're not on T13,
Yeah.
like,
Or you're uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because T13 is not. They were making a joke, and that's why I said it jokingly. But if that's actually happening to you, that's a really different scenario. Talk to the other players or the DM, depending on your comfortability. and then if nothing changes, leave. Like,
Yeah, no, like
find a
there's
different group. If you can't find a different group, hit me up in the PMs, and I will find you a group. I have like 18 places to find you a group. So
Yeah.
seriously though, I'm Play Scholar at Play Scholar on everything. So just come find me, and I will find you another D&D group if you're like, but this is, I really want to play, and this is the only game I've got. But yeah, seriously. Anyway,
there's
continuing
way
on.
too much stigma about walking away from the table, because I think
It
there's
really is, yeah.
there's also just kind of so much gaslighting that can happen from like the DM or from the table in general. Like, oh, you couldn't handle this thing happening to your character, you're just being a baby about it. When in reality, it's a culmination of targeted things, and whether or not the thing that happened that broke the camel's back is a targeted thing or a thing that happened, it's never just like one thing.
Yeah.
Right, and I think the biggest thing with that too is like you need to remain in contact, like if you're in communication with people, and if you're in communication and you thought that you were going to be cool, like something is going to happen, the DM or other players approach you and they say, hey, we want to see what your line is. Is it cool if X thing that would normally be pretty bad happens? Are you okay with it? You say, oh yeah, I think I'll be fine. And that the after you're not fine, you also need to communicate that, because.
And also, if you're the DM, you need to check in as well. Like, I also
Right.
don't want to, like, yes, communication is key, but I also don't want to put the onus solely on the person who.
No,
is
no, and your
feeling
DM
something.
should be communicating with you. But if your DM asks you, because I had this happen in one of my games, where we were like, okay, this thing's gonna happen. I'm not gonna give too much detail because I don't want to out
Yeah.
anybody. But this thing was gonna happen. Your character's gonna die, and they were like, character's probably gonna die. It was
Oh my
like
God.
99% chance this character was gonna die. And we are like, are you cool with that? And she said, yeah. She was cool with it, and then at the end of it, she wasn't. But when I checked in, she was like, no, I'm fine with it. But it was very obvious that she wasn't fine. So communicate. Communicate. And if your DM's not communicating with you, also pretty good sign that you should just peace out of a game anyway. Yeah.
All right, so I have a real answer to this question.
Uh-huh.
What to do if your character is constantly being bullied? This is simple. This is a good question. All right, assuming that like the bullying is you're having fun, make it drama, right? Like maybe at some point, like your character starts harboring resentment about this. Or maybe you don't, but your character harbors resentment, and you could even ask the DM like, if you put me in a scenario where like maybe like they pushed me too far and like and like they're like in prison and I could get them out, maybe I just don't. Like, you know what I mean? Like maybe like there's like that turning point where like you guys have treated me really bad and I'm just piecing. Like maybe you rejoin the party, right? Maybe it's drama, right? That's why we play D&D. We want the drama, right? Like this is drama club with some dice. And there's some I know it's a little bit more than that, but we want conflict, right? So you like they're bringing some conflict, right? They're making fun of you, and as long as you feel like, just talk to the DM, right? But talk to the DM and be like, I think it would be really cool if like we set up something where like their constant egging on me had consequences, right? Like, and like and if the DM's cool with it, maybe you can set something up like that, and that's where my mind goes,
Yeah, I think my thing too is like, so there's this I think, because you're in the party together, you should all get along and love each other, and no matter what anyone does to you, you should still be loyal to them, and it should all be cool. And I think that that rule is, or that behavior is good for the most part, but I also think that there are times where even, like not necessarily you're gonna have like PvP or character versus character combat, but like there can be in character drama, and that is okay. You just have to like finagle that line and figure out where you're comfortable, because I do think there should be consequences. If like I usually play my characters like I'm in a Pathfinder 2-week campaign right now, and we just had some character death, and so some new players are in, but like my character and one of the other characters is still alive from the beginning of the campaign, and I had a choice to either save one of the new people who I could probably save, or go after the other person who I knew and who I like my character knew and was, you know, like trusted and liked a lot as a person, but probably wasn't going to be able to save them, and chose the person she probably wasn't going to be able to save because she knew them. And I couldn't, like, I was like, and if she ended up being able to save them, and we would have lost 2 party members had she not done that, actually. But like, I think that those in-character ties should matter, and I think it's interesting because the other player got a little angry about it, that I didn't save her character, and I'm like, but in-character relationships matter. And she didn't die, she was fine. I just didn't heal her at that moment.
Mhm.
And I think that those in-character dynamics, there should be consequences for those things.
Yeah.
And good and bad consequences. Those consequences don't need to be bad things.
Like one thing in Eric's campaign, my character is not only a twin with one of the players, but his power rides on his twin being alive. So like one thing that I'm like worried about in campaign is having to make the choice between his sister or another party member, because like above table I want to go for the one that is like the easier one to save, the one that makes sense to save. But if he can't keep his powers if his sister dies, and also it's his fucking sister, you know.
No, if that were to come up, you save your sister. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think
Like that's what it is, but I above table feel bad for the other players because I love everyone's character.
Yeah. I'm gonna give some advice to everyone in chat, everyone on YouTube, everyone in here. And I was actually thinking this morning on my drive to McDonald's and back about joy. If you play D&D, you should have a little bit of a death wish. Like, just cultivate that aspect just a little bit. Just listen, just hear me out. Like, you need to be okay with your character dying. You need to be okay if things go south and it's just over. You need to be able to like let it go, because that's how that's storytelling. That's real oomph. Like there's beauty in that. There's goodness in that. And I think we love our characters. Love your character, but play with a little bit of a death wish, because you'll take that little extra risk, and taking risks is so much fun. It's so
I love
much
Alzer
fun.
way too much to do a risk right now. At the end, when we're high level, when I've got to play him a lot, I'm okay with taking those risks. But if it's been like 3 or 4 months, like I need to sit in that character for a while before I'm okay with the death. Not that I would be salty at the DM for it.
So my thing is, my characters will take risks. I will knowingly allow them to take risks that might kill them, and that's okay. I'm alright with it. Shit happens. If I'm gonna die, though, I want my death to be meaningful.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I say that because I had a character who, like, I have not experienced character death very often, and I've had it happen twice. And one of the times I was so into it, it was so awesome. It was like a really amazing ending to this character that I had loved for a long time, and it was the way that they would have gone, and I really appreciated that. And so it was like sad because I knew I wasn't going to play them anymore, and I wasn't like it wasn't like a letting go. It was more of like yeah, this is how this should have happened. This is a good ending to this character. And the other one was in the first combat of a one-shot that I had driven into town for 4 hours, died in the first combat, and wasn't allowed to bring in another character. And I was pissed. I was pissed and might still be a little angry at that TM, who I still know and play with and love very much, but I'm still semi-annoyed about that. Like, have not let it go. Like,
I would not either.
like
fucking
I was like, that
incredible.
was dumb. This was stupid. So I mean, I don't know. I think that there is this thing that says if you give a fuck about whether or not your character dies and you're upset about it, that's a weakness, or it's not okay. And I think that there is Look, you killed your familiar. I did not.
I am also maintaining that Ati killed his familiar.
Ati put his familiar, Ati 13 put his familiar in, in his fucking bag of holding. I told him that fucking familiar is only gonna survive for 10 minutes. He said cool, and then left his familiar in the bag of holding. And then when he opened up the bag of holding, his familiar was dead. And also, yes, I TPK their party. That happened.
But
The character death was only half my fault. But anyway.
yeah, more my comment about the Death Wish thing is more just like, because in some of those discussions we were just having, like with the person who was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be like more just like hold your character a little loosely, right? Like enjoy, just have fun playing them. Is more what I'm trying to say. But I agree. You should, get upset when things upsetting happen. Like, I mean, I have gotten upset playing D&D. I have gotten so upset playing this dumb game, as I love it. I've gotten upset about a lot of different things, and I don't really regret too much getting upset. So you can totally have an emotional reaction, and you can care about your character and stuff. More of my comment was more like take risks, and hold your character a little loosely. Was more of that advice. And then the Death Wish was just the flamboyant way of saying it, I suppose.
So my thing is, take risks and hold your character as tightly as you can.
Yeah.
I'm just saying there are multiple ways to play. That's it. Like, I think the way that you play your characters is fucking awesome, and I love playing with you. But we do definitely have different philosophies of how to play our characters, which actually means that we work really well together, I think. We haven't had very many characters that have not worked pretty well together after they got to know each other, at least.
Yeah.
And so it's more like there are lots of different ways to play the game.
I think Andrew was gonna say something.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would just like to state for the record that everything that happens to you in our game is deserved.
I am
You
seconding
with a
that.
capital
Here,
Y,
Leia,
as
I'm gonna
in-
give you even more reason why everything that happens to you in the campaign we're in is deserved. He doesn't appreciate Tomas.
Nope.
Yeah, no. So as soon as I heard about that, I was like, yeah, no. Nope. You with a capital Y can go jump off a bridge. That's how I feel about that. I make fun of you in my head all the time, and I don't even play with them. Like, just comes up in my brain, like, oh, that cocksucker. Sorry about that. Whatever.
Amazing.
Okay, I actually have to go. I'm gonna let you
Yep.
guys continue
I gotta
on.
go too.
Yeah, we're gonna.
But
all
this has been
peace.
awesome. Casey, thank you for DMing, and Aaron
Bye.
and Andrew, thank you for
Out.
playing. And Andrew, you're not gonna be with us next week.
No.
Thank
thanks
you for
having me, though.
guesting. It's been really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll
thank
be
you.
back for the 100th episode. So.
Oh yeah, we're
I-
gonna have like a 15-person
Not 15,
thing
but
on for that.
yeah.
I just like that you didn't find any information out about her
I
civic
know.
organization.
All right, I'm
Zero
gonna
information.
check out. I'm
Yeah.
gonna not feeling super well. You guys have a good
See you
day.
guys.
Peace.
Bye.